You know, recently, not too long ago, sometimes last year, a woman called Funke Olakunrin, she's the daughter of Ruben Fasorati, leader of the pro-Yoruba group Afenifere. She was murdered on her way back from a social call. And a lot of people pointed fingers at the FULAN1 bandit, terrorist, kidnappers. And we heard someone like Bola Ahmed Tinubu is part of the government, part of the people that installed the president that we have right now, Major General Muhammadu Buhari, retired, the president of Nigeria. And some felt he was playing politics. Now, it could be, as he mentioned, he said, is Evans Hausa Fulani? Why are we acting as if these specific people, this group of people, are the only ones that are involved in crime? What about Evans, what he has done? Why are we not tribalizing this? Why are we going to make Hausa Fulani the only people that have committed crime in Nigeria? After all, we've got several kidnappers, and in fact, it seems as if certain groups of people from the Niger Delta region and the southeast of Nigeria are the ones that actually taught Hausa Fulanis how to kidnap from their terrorism and what have you. So these are the things they said, and this didn't go down well with a lot of people. But it seems today, good news, as the Nigerian police force has released a photograph of the men responsible for the murder of Funke Olakunrin, daughter of Ruben Fasorati, leader of the pro-Yoruba group. In a statement on Thursday, the police also released the names of the murderers. Police operatives have arrested the killers of Mrs. Funke Olakunrin. The father of this woman is the leader of the Pan-Yoruba Social Cultural Organization, like I said. Now, the names of the suspects are Lawal Mazaje, is a male, 40 years old, from Felele area of Kogi State. 2. Adamu, male, 50 years, from Jada area of Adamawa State. Now, you can see the connection. In Kogi State, they have the Yoruba speaking and some other ethnic groups there that do not speak Yoruba. Example of the Yoruba speaking tribe is the Dino Milaye. And the governor of Kogi State, he doesn't speak Yoruba. He has his own dialect, I think much closer to the Hausa, something closer to that if I'm right, but he doesn't speak Yoruba. Now, Adamawa State, Adamu, that person might probably a Fulani. Mohammed Shehu Usman, male, 26 years old, from Ilela, area of Sokoto State, probably an Hausa or a Fulani. Hawul Abubakar, M, 25 years old, from Shinkafi, area of Zamfara State. Now you can see the connection. Back then, there were rumors of those people being Yoruba people, being Igbo people that did it, but we all know that the Hausa people have taken this job because, you see, Nigeria is supposed to be a country where we have human resources at our disposal that we can work with. It will help in production, it will help in science and technology, it will help in a lot of things. But fortunately, the majority of the people in the north, as a result of their Amajiri system, yes, there are criminals in the south too, but as a result of their Amajiri children, they are born out there useless. And the only way they become useful to themselves is by resulting into crimes such as this. Now, the statement signed by first spokesperson DCP Frank Mba revealed how the criminals were captured. After months of relentless efforts to apprehend the killers, he said, the police team on the 4th March 2020, during a follow-up action on a case of a high-profile armed robbery and kidnap for ransom that occurred in Ogun State, arrested one Awol Abubakar, male, 25 years, an accessory after the fact of the crime along Shagamu-Ore Expressway in Ondo State. The arrest of Awol Abubakar led to the arrest of 2 other members of the gang, Mohammed Shehu Usman, Lawal Mazaje in Bini, Edo State, from whom cache of ammunition were recovered, and one other Adamu in Akure, Ondo State. Now you see how those people have entrenched themselves in the south of Nigeria, in Ondo, in Edo, just all over the place. Now, it went further, say, having established sufficient physical and forensic evidence linking the suspects to the killing of Mrs. Funke Olakunrin, the investigators determined to clear all doubts relating to their findings on 8th March 2020 conducted an identification parade at the Federal SARS headquarters. Lagos, which led the positive and physical identification of 3 suspects, Adamu, Lawal Mazaje, and Mohammed Shehu Usman, by a survivor of the earlier crime. The survivor gave a clear description of the roles each of the identified suspects played in the killings. At this point, the suspect capitulated and voluntarily offered a no-holds-barred confession on how Mrs. Funke Olakunrin was killed. Now, investigations so far revealed that the operation that led to the killings was carried out by eight fully armed kidnap and robbery suspects, led by one Tambaya, other name unknown, who is currently at large, while 4 of the suspects mentioned above are in custody. Effort is being intensified to arrest the 4 others still on the run. This hitman gang has their operational base and membership spread all over the southwest part of the country and Edo State. So they have the ones that work in the southeast, they have the ones that work in the south west of Nigeria, and you think it's a joke. When you talk about insecurity, it's not tribal anymore. That's why Amotekun was brought up, but I don't know what Amotekun is doing. If Amotekun is really functioning, I think the 1 million boys should have been dealt with at this time. So I don't know what's really happening at the moment. It seems as if everyone is just on a slow-mo. Things are not functioning as it's supposed to be. So back then, when I did the story, when I did the analysis on this Funke Olakunrin and the state of insecurity in Nigeria, aside people thinking that this might be just a form of tribal sentiment, I kind of suspected that these Hausa Fulanis are the ones involved. Why? Because I took time to study certain documentaries and I saw what was happening in the north and how many of them confessed and what they said. So I realized that it's so easy for them to just gather themselves. It's like they pick some few cattle and they use this as a cover to move into unsuspecting areas and states. And you might think that they are into cattle herding or any of those pastoral work. And before you know it, they begin to penetrate different regions. Some of them are even coming to into the south, into certain regions, as if they are Okada drivers, Okada riders, the tricycle drivers. And they use this as an opportunity to scamp, to look around, to investigate, to watch, to see where they are going to attack, where they're going to kill. And how can we accept that some people will be in the bush without any CCTV looking at the activities? They say the Hausa Fulanis, they are in the bush, that's where they stay. It's wrong. The bush, the forest is not where they are supposed to be because we don't know what is happening there. A lot of stories, insecurity have been reported over time of what happened in the bush along traveling routes. So why should there be some groups of people allowed, even when they claim that they are with sticks, they are in the bush? It is not supposed to be. I talked about the issue of ranches to cut off all of this in a country where things are applied in the appropriate manner. Those people will never be allowed in there. But with this, we are seeing the characteristics of criminals, hiding under the shadow of Hausa Fulani herdsmen, hiding under the shadow of Okada rider, hiding under the shadow of shoemakers, hiding under the shadow of artisans, all those activities. And they kept on doing this. So it's a good one. This will shut the mouth of people that felt that Hausa Fulanis are not actually terrorists, they are not actually killers, they are not actually kidnappers, they are not actually robbers. And they think people are just tribalizing this. So, like I said, I'm not saying there aren't, criminals in the south that do the same. We have armed robbers in the south. We have armed robbers that are southerners, robbers, kidnappers, and all of that. Many of them have killed. Evans is part of them. Evans is not different from these people. So it's not only about, criminal, let's call it a spade a spade. Criminal is a criminal. These people have killed a lot of people and they are very deadly. They are very deadly. They are very deadly. They just stopped the woman and shot her. A lot of people have complained about this over time, but because this is an high-profile killing of someone that is known, then it became something that the police want to investigate. What about the other people that have been killed? And the police have not investigated or come up with who killed. Yes, I know that the police are working under the ground. I've watched documentaries. I've seen police in the north. I'm talking about, I can't come up with the name right now. The man is part of the special squad. In fact, he has done a lot of job, and he has gone down one place or the other to penetrate, to pick out some of these terrible elements in the society. So at least if they pick 8 of these people and they can pick more, maybe if they are punished and someone does not call from high up there for them to be released, maybe somehow we'll have peace in the land. And if they can stop the issue of Ruga, herdsmen, and the rest of these things, they won't have any reason for them to perpetrate their criminal activities. I think that is very important than for the federal government to act like they are deaf and dumb. With this is an eye-opener, and maybe this will shut them out of selling people that think that this is just only about tribe.